Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi T. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I would make it on my way up. It's all up, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple or flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack, the frustrated hit back. Yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. It's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt here, man, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything. I swear I'll do anything just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go. I won't stop, no. I won't let go. I won't drop, no. And I won't let go.
Hello, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. We're going to go over a couple things here. Aspen Jeter's case has taken off a little bit. There was a press conference a couple hours ago that we'll be going over. And then we'll go over some new updates in Athena's case and some other information there. I want to apologize to you guys that have been sitting here patiently waiting. I did have an unexpected interview with the person in another case that I did do, and off camera, behind scenes. And I wanted to let you know it wasn't me ignoring or anything. I was trying to help another family and doing some things there. So Aspen Jeter, I can share my screen here real quick. I'll show the poster and we'll get this one circulating around again. We need to find Aspen. It's been a little too long, in my opinion. Recently here, here's the poster. I will put it on my community wall again. Missing child, Aspen Jeter, missing since November 24, 2022, from Orangeburg, South Carolina. 5-year-old female, nonverbal, limited mobility from the hips down, cannot walk. And what I take from that is wheelchair bound, maybe, if she can't walk. Authorities believe Crystal Jumper died by homicide, and the investigation is ongoing. LE is searching for Antar to find out more information. This is Antar in these photos here. So that's important. I don't know if they found him. I have not seen the press conferences. I'm going to watch all stuff firsthand with you guys here. Authorities are searching for Antonio Jeter. He is a 46-year-old black male with black hair, brown eyes, 5'7" tall, 197 pounds, possibly driving a stolen 2015 blue Mazda 6 from the residence. Antar was possibly spotted in Fayette, North Carolina, with a child matching Aspen's description. There's the actual vehicle in the picture there. Police are asking anyone with information to contact 911. Call the Sheriff's Department at 803-534-3550 or Midlands Crime Stoppers at 1-800-CRIME-SC, South Carolina. Find Aspen Jeter is the hashtag, and this poster was done by Dutch's Discussion. Let's see here. It's been a crazy day so far for me here. This is what I don't know why. Hold on here. I don't know why it's doing it as like that. So we'll get into some things here. What is today? Today is the 5th. So this one is from the 1st. We will play this one first here. So bear with me for a second here. If you're just coming in here, can you hit that thumbs up? And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I do put all my lives on subscribers only. It helps to keep away the trolls out of here, as these are important current cases. So if you have to wait a minute in order to chat respectfully, there's a reason why I do it that way. We have 8 likes and 17 people here. So let's see if we can get those up. And hold on here 1 second. I want to see something. All right, we'll get to playing this here. I'm muting out. We'll play this.
It's little hands that make a big splash.
Happening right now, Orangeburg County investigators are at a home believed to belong to Antar Jeter. That home is in West Columbia in Lexington. Now, Orangeburg County investigators are at a home believed to belong to Antar Jeter. That home is in West Columbia in Lexington County. Antar Jeter is the father of the missing 5-year-old child, Aspen Jeter, whose mother was found dead a little more than a week ago. In fact, a week ago today. A tip from a viewer today led us to that home on Hulan Lane in West Columbia near Lexington Medical Center. Ashley Jones, excuse me, is at that home. Tell us about the scene and the home and who all's been there today.
Well, we're outside of what is believed to be Antar Jeter. That's the father of 5-year-old Aspen Jeter's home. And here, investigators have just arrived to begin searching the home. Now, we were out here earlier today speaking to neighbors after we received a tip from a neighbor that Antar lived over here. Now, if you remember yesterday, I asked the sheriff during a press conference whether or not they knew about his home, Antar Jeter's home here in Lexington County. The sheriff told me no, but today investigators are here. In fact, they just entered inside of Antar's home right now, and they are looking around. I don't know if you can see exactly what's going on right now, but I see some investigators going up the stairs. We have agencies here from Orangeburg County. We have SLED out here, and Lexington County also just now arriving. Now, apparently, At least one investigator from Orangeburg County was seen earlier today knocking on doors on Antar Jeter Street today. Neighbors we spoke to believe that Aspen is not in danger if she's with her father, and described him as a dedicated caregiver. They also told me he lost his job caring for her as she's in a wheelchair and cannot walk or talk. They say he often took her on strolls through the neighborhood, and after losing his job, he would often ask them for money to feed her. As for his relationship with Aspen's mother, Crystal, they tell me she wasn't seen here very often.
She used to live here with him years ago, and I know that they split up, moved out. She moved back, I guess now we know, to Orangeburg, but from my understanding, she spent a few nights here with him in October. And she was, here and there, but mainly it was just him and his daughter.
Now, that same neighbor also told me that the last time she saw Antar Jeter here at this home was the week of Thanksgiving, which is the same week that Crystal Jumper's body was discovered. We're going to continue to follow this investigation here and the search inside of Antar Jeter's home. But for now, reporting live here in Lexington County, I'm Ashley Jones, WIS News 10.
All right, thank you so much. And our team has put together a timeline of events since this case was made public. November 1st was the last time that Jumper, the mom, was seen alive. November 24th, during a wheelchair check on Thanksgiving Day, deputies discovered Jumper's body inside the home and deemed Aspen missing. The following day, the public was asked to help locate Aspen, the 5-year-old child. On November 28th, an incident report revealed that Jumper and Jeter were living together and did not get along, and that she had been shot. On November 30th, officials identified Antar Jeter as the one believed to be with Aspen, the 5-year-old child.
Okay, there's a lot of information here. So November 1st is victim Crystal Jumper last seen alive. November 24th, it was a welfare check. Crystal found dead. Daughter reported missing. Bolo put out for vehicle. First public release was November 25th about dead mother and missing child. November 28th, incident report released reveals victim lived with daughter's father and the two did not get along. November 30th, autopsy results, public advised daughter may be with father and father's identity released. I don't know if you guys caught that or if it was just me, but I heard, and I could be wrong, I heard that they said that she had been shot, is what they said. Did I hear that wrong? Asking chat here for a little help. If you're just coming in here, always hit the thumbs up, hit the hearts over on Facebook, as it is recording over there. And I don't even think I shared my live in the Facebook, in my Facebook group or anything. But we'll just go from there. That this timeline's very important here. I believe just want to pull up the next press, the actual press conference here. Just give me 1 second. Let's take a look here at this thing. Trying to figure out when this was posted here. Doesn't say a date here, but I know that this was the press conference from a while ago. Then there's one from today. If you guys share, always hit that thumbs up if you just get in here. It really helps me to grow my channel. I just want to take this off screen, put this one on screen. All right, I'm gonna mute out. We're gonna listen to this. This was the previous press conference.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to say that the information that we sent out earlier, this is just going to be a very brief addition. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready? Okay. Good afternoon again. First of all, I just want to say that this press conference right here would be very brief, just a little bit of addition to the information that we sent out earlier today. With me up here is Major Rennie Williams, the Sheriff's Office, Chief Kenny Kinsey, and the Mr. Paulie Jumper of the brother of the deceased in this case. We've spoke with him earlier and given him our condolences throughout this incident, and we just want to make sure we keep the family informed of what's going on. What I want to say today is this afternoon is simply this: this is a very sensitive case. And I can't do anything to jeopardize the integrity of the case. Number one, what I would say is that at this point, this investigation started from day one. It started, and we just didn't sit around and not doing anything. We've been criticized by social media and different people, but I don't take that personal. It's just business for me. But my thing is this: from day one, even before we left the incident location, we have other partners involved with this investigation. SLED was involved, FBI was involved. We had U.S. Marshals Task Force involved, also agencies from North Carolina involved with this investigation. And up until this point, we also have more agencies at this point involved with this investigation. The reason why we put out information earlier today on the vehicle and the person that's supposed to be operating this vehicle is because that we found out Monday, we verified that he was actually in possession of this vehicle. So we were able to get a warrant for this person for theft of the vehicle. We also know that his daughter, which is the 5-year-old that's missing, was also with him at this time. So that's why we're actually looking for the vehicle for him with this warrant, and we also want to get this child back safely. Again, this is the daughter of the person that we are looking for the vehicle, and may have some information about this, the homicide. So we want to also talk with him about that. There's been a lot of talk about information that not getting out. We want to be transparent, but we also, again, I would also say again that we want to make sure that we don't jeopardize anything in this investigation and getting this child back here and safely. Not sure if there's anything else that I'm overlooking. Oh yeah, definitely. I want to address the Amber Alert. The Amber Alert, we tried to get the Amber Alert from the second that we know that this child was not at the house. It did not meet the criteria then, and it still doesn't meet the criteria. So that's we definitely wanted to put out an Amber Alert, but it didn't meet the criteria. So that's where we at now. It didn't stop us from getting the information out. We got the information out. The only thing that was missing is that I guess the billboards or whatever on the highway. So, but we still worked with SLED and the FBI, and we got the information out at that time. I'll try to take one or two questions, but here again, this is a sensitive investigation. We've been on it. My main thing is to get this girl back home, and also, again, to keep the family informed. I can only imagine what they're going through at this time. So again, to the media, I want to say thank y'all, because we cannot do it without you. We cannot do it. We want.
So with her being in a wheelchair and nonverbal, I don't know what South Carolina laws are, but is it medical? Can't you get a silver alert or some type of an alert, something? I see that they did not meet the criteria of an Amber Alert, which is just breaks my heart. This Amber Alert thing, and when kids are missing and kids aren't supposed to be someplace, the fastest way to get that out is by getting that to as many into the hands and into the eyes of as many people in the area as possible. Because as always here, if you see something, you need to say something. So Amber Alerts, Silver Alerts, whatever it is, I don't know what the laws are there, but it's something to look into and to check. So a lot of information here. This was this was last week when they did this interview or this press conference. We will be playing the other one here in a little bit. I haven't seen this. This is the first time I've seen it. As I've been working some other cases, and I want to dig into this more. As you guys come in, please hit the thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps me. So we'll continue on here.
You to reach out and put this out to everybody that you can. And I think we have a description of the vehicle. We gave you that, and we also have a tag number that we'll give you the tag number also. So like I said again, I'll try to answer one or two questions. And Mr. Jeter, right now we're looking for him in connection with stealing the vehicle, having possession of the stolen vehicle.
Are there any suspects in this case? I know we don't want to say Antar Jeter is a suspect, but are there any other people of interest?
Well, this is fresh, early on investigation. At this point right now, we want to talk to Mr. Jeter about this investigation, and the investigation is kind of running different places, but right now we have nobody that we're naming as a main suspect.
Do we have a suspect in Crystal Jumper's death?
That's what I'm talking about. We don't have, no. We want to talk to Mr. Jeter about that.
And then you also mentioned that Aspen didn't fit the criteria for an Amber Alert.
Right.
Well, what was the criteria?
Well, first of all, he is the custodial parent of the 5-year-old, and at that point, as far as him, we didn't know that we had no idea that he was the one that, or positively could say that he was the one that had the child, and that the child, if he had the child was in danger because he was the one that was responsible for the child. And him not being a suspect in this case, so there's, and like I said, we don't make up the criterias or the rules and regulations that we go along. We kind of just have to go along with what's out there. And like I said, that's the first thing that we wanted to try to do was put out an Amber Alert, because, at that time, anything and everything would have helped.
Can you confirm that you all are searching in North Carolina?
Yes, we are.
Have you confirmed the identity of the victim?
I leave that to the coroner's office too. We just got the autopsy results back on yesterday, and we just put out that was a single gunshot wound to the upper body. But as far as the identity, I would let the coroner's office speak to that. But yes, we are searching in our main concentrate areas for the last few days was North Carolina, right? And we have our reasons for that, but I won't say at this time.
And my last question for you all
the autopsy results did come back, did it show how long the victim had been deceased?
No, it didn't show. Well, at this point, I'm not sure. The autopsy results wouldn't give us exactly how long, but from our investigation, I think it's been a few weeks. Yeah.
So if I'm correct, you said that Aspen was in custody of her father. Is that correct? Was she visiting her mother at the time?
From my understanding, they were both at that time living there. Both of them were staying there, Aspen and the father.
And we saw some more investigators on scene at the home today. Do you know what their mission was for today at the home?
I'm not sure what they were doing today, but I know that we hadn't released the home yet, so we still have some other things going on around there. So, but we hadn't released the home yet. It's still been under our custody.
It was Antar the primary parent or the primary caregiver, or who had legal custody of that?
I'm not sure of legal custody, but he was the primary person that was in custody of the 5-year-old. Yeah. If they want to add anything, or if they want to ask you, then you can just. If they want to ask you anything, then you can, okay. Okay.
Hello, Karen. Hello, Hurricane Camille. Hello, Sluggy. Hello, Barbara. So hi, Marcia. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Yeah, Real Talk with Amanda. Hello, Sluggy. So a couple things here. So there's a gunshot wound to the upper body of the mother. So if she was last seen on November, whatever it was, November 1st, in that timeline that I just showed, and then they did a welfare check on November 24th. So I'm curious, was there ever a report of gunshots to anybody where they lived at? Like, I mean, you hear a gunshot go off and nobody calls 911. When was this? How did it happen? And how long has she been passed away for? And out of respect for the family, Miss Jumper hopefully is resting in peace. And we need to find Aspen. We're going to go to the next one. And then the reason why I say this is important, and we'll get into Athena's updates too at the end here. So let me go to the other one here. When was this? I think this was today, December 5th at 9 o'clock, 9:30, a couple hours ago. We'll watch this. Let's see here.
I'd like to thank you for coming out.
I'm muting out. We'll watch this and then I'll comment.
Is a plea for help. As we know, Mr. Jeter and Aspen, are currently missing. By way of background, of course, there was thank you for coming out. Today is a plea. Plea for help. As we know, Mr. Jeter and Aspen, are currently missing. By way of background, of course, there was something happened before Thanksgiving, and it's very, very tragic. But right now, the number one priority is the safety of both Aspen and Mr. Jeter. And I really want to talk to Mr. Jeter. Um, you've been over here in Orangeburg. I'm sure you're familiar with me in some way, shape, or form. And Mr. Jeter, I want you to know that if you're watching, if you see any articles, if you happen to see a newspaper or anything, that we're here to help. No one wants to see anything bad happen. We really want to know that both you and Aspen are okay. And you're welcome to call. You can call the sheriff's office. You can call any law enforcement agency. If you want, you can call my office. Mr. Jeter, I'll tell you, if you see this, please feel free. Please call my office, 803-956-5088. And I promise you, Mr. Jeter, that I don't care if I'm in court in front of the judge and you call, I will walk out on the judge to take your call and make sure that you and young Aspen are okay. Aspen is nonverbal and what some have said is immobile. Aspen is actually one of approximately 10 children in the United States of America that is suffering from a particular neurological disorder. It's actually neurodevelopmental disorder with or without autistic features and or structural brain abnormalities. And the abbreviation for that is NEDASB. And what that means is that Aspen is not able to talk. She's not able to move on her own. So if you were to spot her, oftentimes she's either being carried by a parent or she's being pushed in a stroller. She's not going to be able to speak to you. Mr. Jeter, we understand how much you love your daughter. I think by all accounts, everybody knows in the pictures that have circulated, the smile on your face, Mr. Jeter, the smile on Aspen's face, it's very, very, very clear that your daughter loves you and you love her. And we know that you would never do anything hurt her. But it's not safe to just be out here. You don't have to feel afraid to come back to Orangeburg. You don't have to feel afraid to talk to the authorities or call us. We just want what's best for you and for Aspen. And that is right now making sure that you both are safe. To the sheriff's office, Sheriff Ravenel and his team of investigators, Chief Kenny Kinsey, they have been doing a phenomenal job. And on behalf of the family, we want to thank you, Mr. Sheriff, for everything that y'all are doing. Crystal isn't here, and that's very, very sad in and of itself. But that doesn't mean that this situation has to get any sadder. And that is what we hope to accomplish in Mr. Jeter and Aspen coming back. And again, Mr. Jeter, if you happen to hear any of these words, please just call. You can go talk to local law enforcement, call the office, call Sheriff Ravenel. I'm sure that everybody will drop whatever they're doing to help you and help Aspen. Paulus, you want to? So we talked beforehand, and it's really tough for Paulus and his son. But he wanted me to let y'all know that Aspen is a very, very beautiful, beautiful young lady. She, if you had to think about everything that is right with the world, you could just look at her. And this is a picture of her. She is representative of everything that is right with the world. And we have to make sure that she is safe and that her father is safe. And Paulus and his family, the family of Crystal, you know, Mr. Jeter, nobody wants you to not have Aspen. But it's going to take a village to raise her. And Crystal loved her very much. You, Mr. Jeter, you love her very much. And collectively, the village can make sure that Aspen has the best life possible. So with that said, I'll turn it over to Sheriff Ravenel.
Thank you, Ben Bruce. Good morning. First, I want to thank Attorney Vanberg and the family here for patience and doing this investigation. I also want to thank the media outlets that's here because it's very important that we get this this news out around the world. Actually, I'm gonna try to be very transparent, best as I can. As you know, that this is very intense investigation, and it has been around the clock. There's a difference I found through this investigation. There's a difference in getting up in the morning and waking up in the morning. For the last few weeks, I've just been getting up because there's been no sleep. I can't say anything to, and won't say anything to jeopardize this investigation or to get anyone to say something that will get anyone hurt in this investigation. So, you know, trying to be very transparent with the media and knowing that we have to get this out to the world again. We want to say Attorney Bamberg has basically said basically what we wanted to say, but what I will say is that this investigation is an ongoing investigation around the clock, 24/7. We have some contact information that I will make available to you at the end. There's another number and also email address. And I say email because I've been receiving information on Facebook, Messenger, but I think that if we can put it, we have dedicated a number and an email address at also the numbers that you already have, which is 803-534-3550, and also the Crime Stoppers number. Again, this investigation led us earlier to Fayetteville, North Carolina, where there was actually they were actually seen in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and on the 28th, and on the 30th, they were actually spotted in Raleigh, North Carolina. We focused our attention to North Carolina in the beginning because of our investigation, and it panned out to be true. At this point, we're not sure if they're still in the vehicle, which is a 2015 Mazda 6, blue in color. But we still want to focus on that vehicle and focus on the pictures that you've been seeing circulated. Here again, I just want to say to Attorney Bamberg, thank you so much for this opportunity to share with the world, hopefully, and get little Aspen back home safely.
Thank you, Mr. Sheriff. So again, just in conclusion, our plea is for the safe return of Aspen and Mr. Jeter. And again, Mr. Jeter, if you happen to hear these words, you're not alone. Things can be figured out. And it's not just Aspen's safety, it's your safety as well. So if that said, we may take a couple of questions if y'all have any, to the extent that they can be answered.
Has an Amber Alert been issued?
Well, as far as the investigation piece, we really don't want to get into that today. You know, there will be a time in the future where more information is available in terms of the specifics of the investigative piece. But the principal point here today was just to, again, reiterate, provide the public and you more information as to make a plea to the world and to Mr. Jeter that they both come home safely. Yes, MRB.
Thank you. Are there any locations that Mr. Jeter is known to frequent? Perhaps maybe he was living in Lexington, mentioned Fayetteville, maybe Raleigh, Orangeburg, any other locations that before this tragedy occurred, before this search began too, that he's been known to frequent?
I think that, you know, people who know him know that information. But again, at this point, MRB, that today was not to talk about any specifics of that type of information. It's more so just, again, to make this plea for the safe return of both Mr. Jeter and Aspen, so we can figure everything out. All right, with that,
what I would say is this: from day one, and I think I told y'all this before. From day one, even before we actually left the scene, we had started and begun to do everything that we could possibly do. So it's not just Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office with this; it's the FBI, U.S. Marshals Task Force, other authorities around the country that's helping us with this. So we have done everything that we could do at this point, and we will continue to do that.
all right, with that said, thank y'all so very much. And, you know, again, please just spread the word. And again, Mr. Jeter, we're here. Attorney Adam Ness and I, my office, you know, we understand that when there's a parent of a child passes away, you know, there may be questions about custody and things of that nature. We are actually volunteering our time, my entire office is, to make sure that there are no problems with not only you, Mr. Jeter, but this entire situation, to make sure that both you're good and Aspen is good. So thank y'all so very much.
Chief,
All right, that audio wasn't very good there. Let's do this. We'll go over the timeline one more time here. I have it in an article here, and then we're going to go. Anybody that's out there that's watching this, please share this, especially if you're in South Carolina, North Carolina, those areas. Aspen is, we need to know that Aspen is safe, and they need to speak with Mr. Jeter there. So let's definitely do that. Sorry that audio wasn't very, very great there, but we're going to go over this article here real quick. I will put it onto the screen here. There she is with the Krispy Kreme's hat on. This was done December 1st. This is a follow-up to the other article that the other press conference that we did. On Wednesday evening, when the woman said law enforcement reached out and told her deputies would investigate the home, At least one deputy from Orangeburg County was seen knocking on the door Thursday. Neighbors who spoke with WIS said they believe Aspen is not in danger if she's with her father. Hold on here 1 second. Who they described as a dedicated caregiver. They also said that he'd lost his job caring. He lost his job caring for her. Aspen is wheelchair bound, cannot walk or talk. Neighbors said they were often spotted taking strolls through the neighborhood. After losing his job, Jeter allegedly would often ask for money to help feed her. The neighbor described the relationship between Antar and Aspen's mother, Crystal Jumper. She used to live here with him years ago. I know that they split up. She moved out and she moved back. Now we know. To Orangeburg. But from my understanding, she spent a few nights with him here a few weeks ago in October, and she was, here and there, but mainly it was just him. And his daughter, the neighbor said. The last time the neighbors saw him in the home in Lexington was the week of Thanksgiving before Jumper's body was discovered in Orangeburg. The current timeline of events, November 1st, the last time Jumper was seen alive. November 24th, during a welfare check, deputies discovered Jumper's body inside of her home in Orangeburg County. Aspen was not inside. The public was asked for assistance in locating Aspen on November 25th. On November 28th, an incident report revealed Jumper and Jeter were living together and did not get along. The report also said she'd been shot. November 30th, officials identify Antar Jeter as one believed to be with Aspen. Hello, Sleuth Bomb. I think Sluggy said something. Hello, Lana. Hello, Nana 6. Shalom Tongue. Karen, Nana 6. Lori, Heart to Heart. Hello. Why is there not more concern for Aspen's safety? I don't know. If he's asking for food and help with bills or whatever, I don't understand why they haven't increased this. I have to leave. Have a good day. I will watch replay. Thank you, Karen. I don't understand how they say not in danger, considering that he likely shot her mom. That would be my guess too, but maybe we're off in this. But you would think by now with family members and everybody else and news and stuff. But I guess if you don't have money to pay for food or anything, would you have money to have a cell phone or have money to watch TV? I just mind-boggling. There was a couple other things. Hold on here 1 second. I want to take this off screen for a second. See what else I got here just for a second. And welcome in everybody that's coming in that's new. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and make sure that you hit the thumbs up because it really helps me. And then after this, make sure that you leave a comment, or if you watch this on replay, leave a comment. It helps. There is a Facebook page. Where is Aspen Jeter? There's a Facebook group there as well. If you guys can go and see what's going on in the conversation there. If you're not in my Facebook, and I don't know, for some reason, I don't see Nightbot in here, but that doesn't mean Nightbot doesn't work. I just don't see it. So if anybody sees Nightbot in my chat, let me know that he's there. Remember Vanessa Morales' case? This brings me back. She is in a wheelchair. Hopefully someone will see her and recognize her. I pray for they find them, cleaning house and listening. Yeah. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to jump cases. We're going to go over to Athena's case. I know that there was some stuff written on a community post that was made. Couple important things here. In Athena's case, I don't know if you guys are familiar. Nightbot is here. Oh, there's Nightbot. Cool. Athena's case makes me wonder and think on some stuff. We're going to watch a little press conference, the last one that they did, unless there's a new anything that came out. Keep an eye on parking lots. I think Aspen and her father are sleeping in their car. Wear pink for Athena Mondays. Yeah, I know. I wish I had a pink shirt. I would have been wearing it. 34 minutes ago, there was an article published. What I want to do is I want to get the presser here. So bear with me 1 second on the last press conference, because that's where I left off in Athena's case. Was we ended the live and we didn't see the last press conference. So we are going to play that. Let's just take a look here at videos. I think ABC 8, Texas. Just take a look here. Sorry, I didn't have this one pulled up. That was a very busy day so far. Let's take a look here. Athena. See if there's any new info here too while we're here. Two days ago would be Amber Alert. I think it's going to be this one, but we'll have to see here. Really, Sluggy? You're used to waiting on me. It's loading. Bear with me a second here and we'll get this done. In the meantime, in between here, if you guys know any other cases where family needs some help, that like her within the last couple months here and need to know how to post stuff on social media or want to speak out on a platform, tell us what's going on, see how we can help them. That would be greatly appreciated if you aren't in my Facebook group. Definitely go there. That's where I do most of my interacting at. Let's see. Yeah, this is the correct one. It's not the whole thing. We'll just play this little bit of it, and then we'll go from there and speak on this. A lot of you have already seen this, So we'll just play this little clip here, and then we'll get into some more of it here.
Losing our children. This community does not like losing our children. And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout this ordeal.
It's an update we hoped we wouldn't have to give you this morning, but after 2 days of searching, missing 7 on the Strand has been found dead. This is a difficult story to hear right now. So many of you may be thinking of your own children. Many community members joined the search for Athena, but this morning, there's a FedEx driver in custody charged with abducting and killing that child. New this morning, FedEx shared this statement about the tragedy, saying, "Words cannot describe our shock and sorrow." The company offered condolences to the family and says it is cooperating fully with the investigation.
All right, I'm having, oh, that's why my Wi-Fi is in the other room. This is important here. So I want to make it clear to everybody, just because this guy drove for FedEx does not mean that FedEx is a bad company, whether it's a contractor here where I live in Illinois. All FedEx drivers are contract, or I would say not all of them, but I would say probably 75% of the FedEx drivers are contracted out through another company. It's kind of their motto of how they do things, but doesn't mean that they're not vetted as much as if you're a regular FedEx employee. People need to understand that. And FedEx actually making a statement like this is important. The other thing is that when you're dealing with a FedEx company or like a UPS company or Amazon, they have tons and tons of employees. And at some point in time, whether it's a car accident, whether something like this happens or something else happens, somebody at FedEx commits a crime, the chances of it happening are greater because there's more employees than other places. This is a good reminder of why you need to keep an eye on your children. You would think on your own property you would be safe. You would think that that kids outside playing on your property in the middle of nowhere would not be in harm's way by an abductor. But this has me thinking about some other cases that I've been covering lately. And my personal self is that the statistics are starting to change. And as the society changes, statistics are going to change. So now when we look at this in 5 years from now, when new statistics come out to like a year like this, are they really changing? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? I don't know. Monsters wear uniforms as well. They are in every career. I agree. Yes, I agree, Barbara. What, Barbara? It makes me sick. Wow, it just makes me cry. Yeah. Kind of a reality check. You can't take your eyes off your children anywhere. Yeah, that's one of the biggest lessons learned here. And for anybody that has kids, definitely hold them close, because this can happen to anybody, anywhere at any time. And the press conference went on. He was charged with capital murder. I don't know if there's new updates in those charges. I know he is being held on a $1.5 million bond. There was a couple questions, and I asked them. I asked a couple questions in a couple Facebook places that I was at. So I saw some allegations on a Facebook page, and there was a post from like 3 years ago about where somebody alleged that he had done something to her, another woman. And what I wanted from that is, was there a police report that was done? Was there someone told of that? Could this have been avoided? Could, if somebody listened to that person, would this have been avoided? This is a very heartbreaking situation here. And if those allegations that they were saying, if those allegations are true and nobody did nothing, they should be held accountable. I mean, the Athena could still be here if there was charges pressed before. If it was swept underneath the rug, I'm interested to know. Those types of things in a case like this, definitely, yes, I read that too. Awful. Yeah, I don't know if there are allegations at this point in time. I'd really like to, if somebody knows who that is, I'd really like to speak with them off record, meaning off of my platform here. I want to know some details. I want to know, was there a police report? Just getting in. Good to see you guys. Hello, Annabella. Definitely take a look at that, because was there evidence that was presented to somebody? Was there a police report made at that time of the incident? And if it's true, I would say that it is. I mean, those are some pretty big accusations that someone made against him. But to me, it looks like nothing was done. It was kind of like swept underneath the rug. And I think it's important to figure out if that's truth, if it's facts, if it's not, and continue to follow this one. It's gotten so bad you can't let your kids be outside. Yeah, you always want to tell them to get off their video games and go outside and play. Well, now it's like just stay in the house and play your video games, or constantly have to be underneath your watch always. Let me see if I can find this the actual whole thing here real quick. Let me see if this is the whole one as it's loading here. I got really bad service right now. Oh, hi, Cali Dime. It's gotten really bad outside. Hello, Cali Thunder and Cali Dime. You can't trust video games either. Just get them all pack and plays and make them stay in the center of the room, all ages 0 to 18. That's why we can't let things. This is the same clip. So they updated their press conference to just clips.
It's little hands that make a big splash. A little bit of pride after a great big.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to display Athena on the picture here. There was a press conference. What happened to Candyland card board games. Yeah, right. I'm going to search one more time here and see if I can find the press conference. I don't see it, but let's try something else here. Who else did I miss that came in? I don't think I missed anybody there. Let's see if this does it here. All right, here we go. This is the whole thing, and then we're going to end with this. Hello, Duchess.
Good evening. We are, yes, I'm Lane Aiken, Sheriff Wise County. I'm sorry. Who are here, who helped us so much to get some resolution, to get some understanding, to provide answers for the families and these people. We couldn't have done it without that. Could not have done it without them. The Texas Rangers. This is the acting SAC, Jim Dwyer with FBI. And then I've got my chief deputy and captain, enforcement captain here. It was a monumental task. And because of the cooperation, because of us working together, we were able to get the answers. Some of the answers were not the answers that we would have hoped that we would have gotten. And we want to send our condolences out to the family of Athena Strand. Her body was recovered about 2 hours ago, maybe 3, 6 miles that direction. It hurts our hearts to know that that child died. So much so that she is on her way now to the medical examiner's office. And there's a Texas Ranger in front of her, and there's a Texas Ranger behind her. This community does not like losing our children. And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout this ordeal. It was most meaningful what the citizens did because we have a close-knit group of folks here in Wise County. And it's our pleasure to serve these folks in Wise County, the Rangers, the FBI, and the Sheriff's Office. We're glad that we've had this opportunity, but we're just sad that it didn't end the way that we would hope that it would end. Earlier today, a tip was received. We knew early on in the investigation that there had been a FedEx driver made a delivery in front of the house about the same time that little Athena, 7-year-old Athena, came up missing. And continued good work by this investigative team, they were able to determine that the driver abducted Athena. And from the investigative standpoint.
All right, so I did see a Ring camera at the property that showed or a neighbor's property maybe showed the FedEx driver on camera. And obviously when you deliver packages at FedEx, they do have a scanner and they do have a GPS on you at all times. Quick thinking, whoever turned that tip in to them, which progressed this one along pretty quickly, which is needed in these cases. because without that, who knows when they would have found Athena. We need to understand that, police, a lot of police, like these guys, they worked pretty hard. They worked pretty, there was 300 volunteers on this case that went out there and searched. We're out there looking, and that's quite a few people. But I mean, who would have thought that she got 6 miles away before police got there? Probably 6 or 7 miles away, even if it was further away. And that's what's heartbreaking and sad in this case. My heart goes out to the families. It's going to be a rough one. And, very, very unexpected. We'll play the rest of it here.
Point digitally as well as good old interviews. We think Athena died within just a very hour or so, the very hour or so after her departure from her home. This driver is a contract driver, and his name is Tanner Lynn Horner. He's 31, and he's from Lake Worth. He's in the Wise County Jail right now because of the good work of these people and all the folks out there who have helped our EMC, our prosecutors here tonight, the deputies, the highway patrol, the citizens. He's in our jail, and he's in our jail being charged with capital murder, aggravated kidnapping, and his bond is $1.5 million at this time. We thank again the community, and I guess at this point we'll take questions.
Was her body found like that by 99 where you were at earlier?
No, it was on another county road about 6 miles. We don't really want to release that address right now, but it was 6 miles further from here, so it's probably 3 miles past that. It's southeast of Boyd.
Was the driver actually delivering a package to that home?
Yes, sir, he was.
So she was abducted from her home, from the front of her home?
The driveway is about 200 yards or so probably pretty close to her gate.
What leads you to believe that she passed away within an hour of leaving home?
There's digital evidence as well as interviews that causes us to believe that.
And then, how was the driver located?
You want to answer that question? You don't answer that question.
There were a number of investigative steps that have taken course along the way. The sheriff mentioned the digital evidence that was there, and we were able to work through that digital evidence and through partnerships with FedEx in order to help assist with locating him and finding him this afternoon.
Can you talk about any prior criminal history?
I don't know the answer to that question at this point.
When you talk about that digital evidence, do you mean ring camera videos, surveillance camera videos?
I think the investigation is still unfolding at this point, and I think we'll leave the specifics in terms of what that is there. But right now we're on behalf of the FBI, I'd also like to offer my condolences to the Strand family and to the Wise County community as well. The partnerships with the Texas Rangers and with the gentleman behind us, the sheriff from Wise County, were truly remarkable and truly helped to bring some closure to that family today. And we know that they're hurting, but we do offer our deepest condolences to them.
Is just one person that you believe is responsible?
That is currently the understanding, yes.
And what led you to that location where her body was recovered?
Sure, you.
I can address that. It was because of the work of the Rangers and our investigators who were doing the interview that got us to that location based on the information they received from the suspect, now defendant.
The suspect confessed?
We do have a confession.
Is there anything that you can give us on why the suspect said he did this or what motivated him? Or?
We really can't get into the content of the confession, but I will say that we have a confession, and there's so many other things because this has really just come to this position, this time and just closure just hours ago. So it's still very, very early, but we wanted to make sure that we got the information out, what has happened today because of the good work right here.
Do you know if this man knew Athena or her family?
No, that's a good question, and I appreciate that. No, he was not related and did not know the family.
We saw a large police presence on County Road 599. Can you disclose
That was just misinformation. As the interview went on, better information came in, and that's how we ended up doing what we did to actually recover the body.
How many locations did he guide you to?
There were 3 that I recall. Is that correct, Joe? 3? 2 other locations.
Was the other location the Lake Worth Fort Worth location near Somerville Place Road?
That is the defendant's home address.
Was there anything recovered there?
That again, that FBI as well as the Rangers ran that search warrant. We don't have that detail right now.
That's part of an ongoing investigation.
I know you've been in contact with the family. Is there anything that they want to say to the public tonight, the people that have searched?
I have. I spent quite a bit of time with the family, and they want you to know that they appreciate that the vast majority of the families from Oklahoma, and they appreciated the fact that we care so much. They're devastated, They're angry because of what happened. Precious child taken from their lives. So other than their appreciation, and they would like to know that the community we give them our condolences, but we also want to make sure that we give them the privacy that they need. And I hope that everybody will respect that and give them a little bit of space, not only with the family from Oklahoma, but the family right here in Cottondale. Let's give them a little time. And we would ask, from my closing remarks, we would ask that we spend some time and pray for these folks, so that they might be relieved of some of the pain. It's going to be a difficult few days, some sleepless nights, and they need our support.
All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. Sad case. It has me thinking about some other cases. The what ifs. I've been running on a lot of what ifs lately. What if this missing person or this child? What if another case that'll cover? What if the stranger abduction statistics is growing? I mean, here we have another one, stranger abduction. It appears by the evidence and what the police are saying in the Michael Vaughn case that there's a stranger abduction. It appears that stranger abduction is getting more and more. And we still have the familia abduction too, but the stranger abductions are increasing. In my opinion, based on the recent information that we have, it makes me think about other cases where they stick to textbook and they rule out, I'll throw it out there, Summer Wells case. Is Summer Wells case a stranger abduction? I don't know. Don't have the answers to it. I think that maybe they ruled out a stranger abduction too soon in that case? Maybe, possibly. I don't know the answer to that. The thing is that law enforcement needs to stand back, take a look at everything as a whole picture, throw statistics to the side. And the world is changing. The population and the crimes that are committed and the releasing people for little tiny crimes or major crimes and letting them go walk free after certain things. There was another case somebody asked me to start looking into, and somebody was jailed for 2 years in the case, and they can't find the other person that actually did something. And my point is that if they were an accessory to the fact of somebody's disappearance, they only get 2 years. They're out roaming the streets now. And is that really justice? Because the person is yet to be found. So I don't know. I just know that things are changing. And we definitely need to be the ones that are a force and stand up here in what's going on. All right, everybody. That's all I have today. Let's put some pink hearts. Let's line it up the chat. Pink hearts in chat for Athena. I know some of you are in the back listening. You can take 2 seconds to put some pink hearts for Athena in there. May her let her rest in peace. Let her rest in heaven. And definitely, if you haven't seen my other videos, now's the time to go see them. Go check them out. And until the next one, as always, if you see something, say something.